every now and then I have to admit it's difficult trying to focus on so many different genres, artists, and eclectic mix of reactions. But I don't mind. It's been a while. I have not been around for the Aesop and a bunch of other stuff, but then we went hard at an earlier date. So we are back to the Aesop Rock Blockhead garbology with a difficult. And let's see, I don't know if it'll work or not. Yeah, it'll just never mind. Let's move forward and get back to business.
Hey, pulled pork sliders, head of Satori and jorts and horse blinders. I'm more for the.
Okay, I did not do pulled pork sliders, but I did just hook up the Tavern League with chicken sliders and all the fixings in a nice little event that went over well. Nice! It wasn't difficult at all, though. It was easy.
Hey, pulled pork sliders, head of Satori and jorts and horse blinders. I'm more for the sorted, got name for the normies. Cornered, my storm got plans for the Dorothies. I storm all forged for my gramps war stories. Short sword swinging like a dance floor in the 40s. My oars both row in the ocean of fringe science. The low roads owner of the most pinched lighters. I maybe got 1,000. My crane kick plays like a train through a mountain. My neck chop plays like blades on a frisbee. Old tally ho had the whole place in a tizzy as you with it.
Wait a minute. Holy shit. Oh, God, that scared the shit out of me. I forgot they did a... Wow. I was going to look around and see who was busting in my door. They did an update, and my ad blocker don't work for crap now. And that was some audio for some sort of game they'd like you to play on your phone so they can collect data and probably sell you loot boxes. I'm positive it would be a repetitive motion gameplay. Brain draining. Might be difficult. Probably algorithmically set up to increase difficulty the better you are for the odds you will put money back into the game. South Park, the Canadian Devil taught me that. So, I mean, it's not difficult to understand. It's a targeting thing. I don't know why they send them to me, because they should know. I don't play games on my phone. I don't play that game on my phone either.
Hey, pulled pork sliders, head of Satori and jorts and horse blinders. I'm more for the sorted, got name for the normies. Cornered, my storm got plans for the Dorothies. I storm all forged for my gramps war stories. Short sword swinging like a dance floor in the 40s. My oars both row in the ocean of fringe science. The low roads owner of the most pinched lighters.
Yeah, so then I kind of think, is all of that just a great way to say it that when he's shooting a breeze with you and talking, he will borrow your lighter and then steal it? To be fair, I have been that person and had to fend off that person, if that is the person he's referencing. Had to scratch my name into lighters for years so that we can do lighter checks. You're like, just pull them out of your pockets. Let's go. And the best one I did was not mine is what I wrote on it. So then you'd steal it. Well, the same individual would steal it. Hey, what does it say on your lighter? Not mine. I know, because it's mine. And it was funny. You guess you had to be on that crew.
I maybe got 1,000. My crane kick plays like a train through a mountain. My neck chop plays like blades on a frisbee. Old tally ho had the whole place in a tizzy as you with it. Big name wake made a windswept village. visit where the simps get skittish. Some get a signal to the ships in a distance. Most get crickets. It's slim pickings. Folks say I'm difficult. Too stubborn. It's funny, I'm real easy. Yeah, I'm bugging. I like film cameras and slim chances, and I always put the chips in a sandwich. Yeah, bitch, picture a hiccup in the curriculum. Clearing off his coattails, tones yelling, finish him. Stone-faced, always with the same two sidekicks, one.
That's hilarious. I brought this up. Now, chips in a sandwich, I don't do that. But I was in a scenario where I was having a discussion with people, and they were really counteracting savory salty, or salty sweet, excuse me. And I laid the hardball down on him like, wait, you've never dipped your french fries in a chocolate shake? Upon realizing they had been got, they had to go with the typical attack and said, oh, that child, that's how kids eat. I've tried that. Now, they don't realize this, but they've given up a ton of stuff about themselves with that comment. They've grown 10 feet tall and look down on you, even though you pushed them into the corner and, admitted that your position on sweet salty is bullshit. It's cheap talk. And you do know they pair together for some people at some times, just like crunchy in the sandwich. Just because I like to face fuck the bag of Lay's as I eat the sandwich doesn't mean I don't like my crunchy and my sandwich together. I just don't like them literally together. But I just thought that was funny how people, they turn their nose up because they're like, I think they're judging what you're saying, not the truth of their experiences. And I don't give a fuck what you think right now. Stop being difficult. Just admit you've had sweet and salty and enjoyed the pairing. That's kind of what I get from this moment. But all filtered through a personal experience I had 2 days ago.
I like film cameras and slim chances, and I always put the chips in a sandwich. Yeah, bitch, picture a hiccup in the curriculum. Clearing off his coattails, tones yelling, finish him. Stone-faced, always with the same two sidekicks, one no. Both the comedically oversized fists. Pack a wallop, a whole pack of punks. Pretty much a grizzly plucking sushi out the salmon run. Trouble manish, I'm an apple with no tree.
And there we go. I mean, that is a he will also fuck you up flex, I believe, right there. I'm like a bear snatching salmon out of the stream. Did you see in the cartoons when my fists got so big they punched you to the moon? To the moon, Alice! Yeah, no, that's me. In the form of some rap bars. Well, I like that. I think. I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot.
Grizzly plucking sushi out the salmon run. Trouble manish, I'm an apple with no tree. I'm groundswell crashing every castle at Jones Beach. It's beautiful as Jolene here in the sun, or any adversary wrapped up in an area rug. Oh Jesus, Ace loves all animals and plant life. Songbird.
Was that him? Did he just realize he went real hard and left you rolled up dead in a rug? And then threw it in the bars, realizing he got that dark? I don't know. I'm just, I'm not good at shine my apple with no treat. I'm a groundswell crashing every castle.
Jones Beach, he's beautiful as Joe.
Beach. He's beautiful as Jolene.
Lean hair in the sun, or any adversary wrapped up in an area rug. Oh,
yeah, or any adversary wrapped up in an area rug. Jesus. I mean, goddamn. We just did that song too. That's a hard line. He'll leave you buried out in the woods like the mob. He don't need a swamp and some quick lime. He'll just roll you up in a rug.
Ace loves all animals and plant life. Songbirds eat from his hand, you goddamn right. Odd man out, bad hand banned out. Trying to man up, man down. Folks say I'm
So I hardly know any of the people And I've worked there for 7 weeks already, and I just hide in the kitchen, mind my own business. But the pet that lives at the bar with the people who there's an apartment there. I know Newton really well. Newton's like a little pony, and it's not difficult for him to actually try to crawl up into my lap. Okay, it's extremely difficult, but he does it anyways. Uh, and he is awesome, and we've bonded because I can understand here this. I can get the animal. If the animal doesn't like me, it knows me too well. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking Disney in this shit, and I think I can, run out in the woods and hug the bears. I'm not stupid. Just talking about the dogs most people say are mean. Just, need a scratch in a right spot or some love. I'm just saying, I like animals, man. They're easy to deal with. And it's always honest, right? They're not, the I'm going to bite you. It's not a ploy. That's in their game plan. It's truthful. It's humans, you can't ever tell that shit. You don't know. I mean, just change on the drop of a dime because, oops, I feel like it. Yeah. And it's only a small percentage. At least with the animals, I know it's all the time, right? I mean, you got a little chihuahua. I know he could just go and just start attacking people's ankles. My honey bunny, I wouldn't expect her to ever snap on someone just out of the blue. And I don't know. Let's just give one up for the animals. I like the plants too. I think I'm gonna visit some flowers.
Plant life, songbirds eat from his hand, you goddamn right. Odd man out, bad hand banned out. Trying to man up, man down. Folks say I'm difficult. Too rigid.
I just saw that if depending on your moral base and your principles, that rigid nature, you can't help it. Because if you're positive your principles are correct, then you're going to take a much harder line approach. If and this is I'm trying to filter this comes from someone else. I didn't say this shit, but it made a lot of sense to me because I have a lot of problems sometimes dealing with tardiness and inability to rise to the occasion, half-ass approach to things. Right? It don't make no sense to me. It's hard to win. It's hard to get out on time. So if winning is just going home at close, anything working against that seems counterproductive to me. What are you, just milking the clock? What are you, a bunch of thieves? It don't make no sense to me. I can always be as efficient as possible and then possibly get more money, but I certainly don't have to milk out, the whole experience. But I can be difficult that way. And it's because I believe I have a principled approach to the whole thing. And I think for all the poetry and creative licensing he takes, whether I agree or disagree, I think he's got one of the more principled positions throughout his catalog. It's another one of those, whether I like it or not, I'd call it integrity. Whether I agree or not, I would respect the position wholeheartedly because it's consistent. And wouldn't that be one of the reasons our peers find us difficult? Because we just won't roll with it. Because at this moment, it'd be so much easier just to comply and give in. Life would be simpler if I just get led to the slaughter. I don't know. I'd go with being difficult.
Too rigid. It's funny, I'm real easy.
Oh, I like this.
influencer offers advice. I feel years coming off of my life. I feel blood shooting out of my ears. Still I'm apparently a sucker for these houses of mirrors. Okay, homeboy, I can turn $1 into two with no job. All I do is hit a pot with a spoon. To anybody clocking a copy is every move. Catch a birdie from the window of a rocket to the moon. Got a double wide enclosure at the back of the zoo. Got a cat named Kirby, she can rap good too. Gadzooks.
Sorry, I like Kirby. They got the hunter cats right down there stretching and letting me know he exists. Did you hear that? No, of course you didn't. That's me, because Disney warped my fucking brain. Somehow I think we can go out and have adventures while you're gonna go out there and kill fucking birds. I mean, it's an illusion they sell us. But being able to turn $1 into two with just your wits and nothing else seems like a good quality to have. I think it's his ability to hustle was being referenced there, maybe.
At the back of the zoo, got a cat named Kirby, she can rap good too. Gadzooks, it behoove you to slow that roll. Around here we turn jokers into smoking holes. I'm a fever dream, I seen trouble nobody knows. Still show us home county how a Nova explodes. That's a whole lot of woe on a stove. That's a whole lot of holes in your prose. Gross, folks say I'm difficult. Too defiant. Funny, I'm real easy. Y'all wildin'.
I'm thinking. I wonder if I can get this on CD, if it's available somewhere. I should be able to buy an album. Oh shit, the words are right there. Damn it. I have a. Oh wait, wrong thing. Hey, that's the wrong thing too. I really have this set up poorly. It was there, so I can see it. You can't, kind of scenario. The words were there. I'm thinking, God, this might. I like almost everything I've heard from Aesop. And now this Aesop Blockhead stuff, this Garbology, this album is fantastic. I'm just no expert, so I don't really want to pretend I am. But as a listener, and then, you've seen what's going on. It could be nuts. That's okay. I fucking live with me. I think this might go on the short list. This might be the I think I really, really like this song. I mean, a lot more than I like songs I can add to the soundtrack that I put on and I just filter through myself. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I agree with this. Probably in different ways, but do I again? No, I'm difficult. I like that. The ideas, right? I'm not saying I'm going to go overboard, jump off a ledge, or is going to start, changing lifestyle choices over a track. But I would add it to my soundtrack and probably put this in there all the time. I got to have to check into it. I really like this track a lot. And I'd like to listen to this in a car on the way to work. Hey, just to be fair, because that's part of it too. Yeah, no, difficult. Sometimes watching these reactions can probably be difficult, but not, listening to the track off Garbology there. Aesop Blockhead, difficult. That shit rocked. That was good. And I threw this one out of nowhere, so I was just like, it's about time. So that's sometimes why you gotta wait, because I just, wait a little. Then it's not so difficult to go back and go hard. Yeah, that was awesome. All right, till next time. Later.